That's right.
It's the whole purpose.
Bourbon helps.
Okay, so hopefully this will work for me. Come on. There it goes. All right. Fabulous. So, hey everyone, welcome to another 20 questions. I'm Lisa Kastner. I am here with the brainchildren behind the Dread Coast Anthology. So, anyone who hasn't seen one of our 20 questions before, it is a combination of questions associated with the actual book itself and whatever the hell I choose to ask, like, do you like vanilla or chocolate better?
That works for me.
Oh.
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
If that's the only choice.
Well, I also do lavender. Doesn't that sound weird?
I love lavender.
I like lavender.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Okay.
Really good.
Yes. Game on. Okay. So before we start, what I want to do is I'm at each of you, please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself. So,
Ladies first.
okay.
Oh, I'll go first.
Congratulations.
Thanks. So my name is Teresa Halverson. I'm the owner of No Bad Books Press, and we published Dread Coast. I'm an author in a can't pick a genre, if that is such a genre, and I do editing, and I'm one of the semi-sages of the pages.
Woo!
Nice. Hi, I'm Casey Griffin. I'm a writer of sci-fi, horror, fantasy, and weird westerns. I have a series out called Monster Gunslingers. That's a western horror. A forthcoming game coming out, some anthologies. I have some short story collections, and I'm also the co-chair of the Horror Writers Association San Diego chapter here.
Yay! I am Dennis K. Crosby. I'm a writer of weird stuff. I do urban fantasy / supernatural thrillers. I write mysteries. I'm dabbling in mysteries. And I write a lot of short stories. I'm at my 15th published short story now, thanks to Dread Coast, of which I am co-editor along with KC. I'm kind of multi-genre as well. I like to write weird stuff in all places, and I don't want to be pigeonholed. So we'll see how that works.
Fabulous. And before I take this further, I also want to point out we are behind the scenes in the break room of the magical Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore in San Diego,
Yes.
which is one of our absolutely favorite places to be. And we are going to have an event right after this at 2:00. So if we go a little longish, don't be surprised if one or two of us jet as the others finish things out. But what I love is if you guys share about the event that's going to happen at 2:00 today.
Oh,
Yeah. So Dread Coast, SoCal Horror Tales came out last Friday. Came out with a bang, I might add. This is a charity anthology. So proceeds from this novel are going to be donated toward further relief from the California wildfires earlier this year. We had some really good success with it so far. We're really excited to share it widely, a little bit more widely now. But at 2:00, we'll have an event here with copies of the book for sale. Several of the authors that contributed stories to this collection will be there. They'll give some readings. They'll do some signings. So you can walk away with a signed book. You can hear some samples of the story as well. But yeah, come meet the creative geniuses behind putting this together. This is a really, truly special anthology, I think, for all of us. We're just excited to bring it out to you guys.
Fantastic. All right. Now on to the inane actual 20 questions.
Yes.
All right.
42.
How did you know? All right. So what is the first book you remember reading?
the first book. Oh, I'm not going to remember the name of it, but I remember it was black and purple, and it was about a little boy ghost. I'm sure it's a very famous book.
Oh, how apropos.
Right? And the reason it sticks in my head is that my dad was reading it to me. We were reading it together, and I didn't know the word odd. And so I was like, what's that word? And my dad's like, this is a very odd voice. And I'm like, oh, okay, I understand now. And for whatever reason, that memory is just stuck with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Casey?
Interesting. So one comes to, I'm trying to like dig back to the very earliest memory, and there's this old school book about a girl who gets a sister and she has to give up all her toys. And I remember my parents reading it to me when I was 7, and
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, oh, that's unfortunate. She has to give up all her toys, only to find out I was about to have a sister.
Oh, wow.
That kind of set me up. I don't know.
That was a
in
total
the best
setup.
way, but
That's a
Yeah.
nice primer.
Right? All right, Bourbon Man,
You know,
bring it.
I remember reading several books. Several had an impression on me, but the first like books or series I remember like enjoying were the Encyclopedia Brown mysteries
Mhm.
as a kid. I loved the idea of like being a detective seemed like it was like a superpower, and I always wanted to be a little bit more special as a kid. I was just regular kid doing dumb kid stuff. I wanted to be more,
Mm.
and Encyclopedia Brown was more to me. So that kind of laid that foundation for me. And then the second book I remember like fondly for some reason was Great Expectations.
Oh, cool.
And I
Oh.
don't know how that leap happens in my brain, but I just remember that book standing out as part of, it was a part of an assignment that we had, and I was, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade.
hmm
And yeah, it had a hold on me. Plus it was just cool to like say I read a classic.
Oh, okay. Cool. So who is your favorite author in, pick a genre? All good. I'm going to pick on Casey.
that's always like the hardest question, right? Because there's a billion favorite authors, so it kind of depends.
All good.
Plus
I
a lot of
will-
our friends are authors.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah.
if
So
you
they'll
don't say
all-
me, I'm going to be really upset.
Right.
You
No,
will.
no, it's
I
not
was going to say you
pressure.
now will, this is your opportunity to offend basically everyone.
Right?
Well, what I usually do is go way back and like, who is the
Somebody
author
dead.
who
Mhm.
well, yes, but also
Hell
like
yeah.
who influenced me, right? Who do I still read and
That's a good
reread?
idea.
Right.
They're kind of two tied and they're really random. So one is L.J. Smith,
Mhm.
the who passed away unfortunately the last I think year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she wrote A Secret Circle, which is like the Witches trilogy, which as a teen reading that, it resonated with me like
Mhm.
so intensely. It was witches and magic and intrigue. And I think it became a TV show later
Yep.
on CW. And she also wrote The Vampire Diaries,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is also,
Mhm.
really iconic. And she was kind of ahead of the game in terms of like the vampire stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But just the way she wrote in terms of like the characters and the stakes, and I reread them every other year and they still really hold up for me. Like she just really got the psychology and like nailed it, and the magic. The other one, kind of obscure, but somebody who also made an impression on me, is Hermann Hesse.
Mhm.
He wrote Narcissus and Goldman and a few other classics, German kind of philosophical, but it was the first time I had read something that was so profound about being an artist versus, everyday life. And I don't know, that really stuck with me as a kid in middle school or high school, and I still read those.
Yeah.
All of my friends who've written books that have come out in the last few years are my favorite authors.
Nice.
There you go. Good answer.
But
That's it. You're disowned.
yeah, so wishy-washy. I should run for office.
You should.
I think the one that really stands out that kind of had an influence on me early
Mhm.
was S.E. Hinton. She wrote The
Yes.
Outsiders,
Okay.
Tex,
Okay.
Rumblefish. I remember those books. I read those books in like a day, each of them, one
Mhm.
week. And I think it was my freshman year of high school. I thought the books were amazing. Just they were so gritty. They were about kids and trying to figure things out. And I was shocked to find out that she wrote The Outsiders when she was like 16, 17.
Oh,
or
wow.
She was
I did
super
not
young.
know
young.
that. Wow.
Which just kind of
Mhm.
elevated,
Oh, yeah,
the
absolutely.
mythos for me. But the way that she wrote it, she wrote very
Mhm.
complex characters. She wrote like a very, I don't know, it was just so, it was a lot. It was a lot to put in that short amount of words.
Mhm.
And I was really fascinated by it. So, yeah, I would say S.E. Hinton.
Okay.
All right. I will go back in time as well because I think that's a genius idea. So don't offend anybody. And I will say Frank Baum. I adored the Wizard of Oz series.
Oh.
Not so much the Wizard of Oz, but the series and all the characters and everything else. I absolutely adored it. I probably read that book throughout those books throughout my childhood probably 50 times. I had them memorized. They were threadbare. All the spines were cracked. I mean, pages were falling out of them at certain points because I'd read them so many times.
Yeah.
I just adored them.
Wow. Excellent. Now, who do you feel influenced your writing? And this doesn't have to be an author. It could be anyone, including like someone who told you, stop being a wuss and fucking do it. Oh, by the way, I curse a lot. If you've never watched this before, just so you know.
You know, so I was that kid that liked to write like essays for tests instead of the multiple choice and all that stuff. I could write. I felt anything. I used to call my teacher and I would say, hey, because you had vocabulary, words, you had to write a sentence each time. I got tired of doing that. I was actually very lazy. So I thought the unlazy way to do that was to take the words and write a little like story.
Okay.
And so he allowed me to do that. So that was my sixth grade teacher, John McMahon. I don't even know if he's still alive anymore, but this dude really encouraged me to write. He let me kind of explore and experiment on my own with a lot of things. He told me at one point that I had the knack to BSing a paper, which I didn't understand what that meant at the time. I told my mother that, and she laughed, and she told me what it meant. I'm like, is that good? She goes, it means you'll probably do well in writing, and at least in school.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay. And so I kind of wore that as a badge of honor. But even beyond, like I said, he just really encouraged me to explore it. And I think without that, I don't know that I would have even attempted to think about writing a book at some point, at any point.
Okay.
Interesting. So mine's more about collective. I will say, growing up, I wrote a lot, like long stories, novels, like love to write. When I got my master's in science journalism, my journalism teachers were very much about brevity, right? In journalism, it's like get right to the point, like no
BS.
Exactly.
I would have failed.
Right to the point, nice and short, like consider each word carefully. So that really changed my writing, right? I was used to like the novels, like just very long-winded. So I learned to write very short and focused. And then after that, I started writing more short stories. So it affected my fiction in a really big way that I think was for the best. Now I'm able to find like this middle ground of not too short, not too long. So I had a lot of great teachers. I would say it's a collective influence.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I think I'm going to go in a different direction. And I'm going to say, because I also always wrote as a child. I think when you read a lot, you're like, wait, I want to try this too. But I think how I'm going to answer this one is when I started to take it seriously and be like, okay, I actually maybe want to do this. And it was when my oldest and dearest friend was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was very serious. She did not respond well to chemo. There was allergic reaction. She almost died a couple times. And through that, I went, wait, I'm going to die one day. And it was working through her facing her mortality and then me all of a sudden facing my mortality. And I said, all right, if this is something I want to do, I have to do it.
Right.
Because writing takes time, it takes commitment, it takes energy. And I didn't want to just mess around with it anymore. I wanted to take it seriously.
Okay. If you could only read one book the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, it'd have to be a long one.
A series, is it a single book?
A single book.
Single.
You could cheat and get one of those where it's the anthology or the
box set.
Yeah. I won't tell. No one needs to know.
Or do you want to do a collection of short stories so that
See,
you have the variety and
look at
everything
that.
else?
Yeah.
But then you have to choose. I will choose Dread Coast.
There you go. Yes.
There we go.
Well done.
I like it.
Well done.
That'd be my answer too.
I will hide a copy of Dread Coast, and I
There
will
you go.
take a copy of. That's a great question. So one book that I read, this is also going to sound really strange. I'm all over the place. I'm multi-genre,
You're fine,
so
man.
just leave me alone. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay.
We haven't said anything.
I love to read Plato's Symposium.
Oh,
That's
wow.
And
That is it.
I don't know. Yeah, right. I read it probably once a year on average. It's probably been about a year and a half since I read it before, but I enjoy those speeches
Mhm.
in that collection. So
Hmm.
probably Symposium. Yeah. Also, it makes me sound
Fancy.
smart,
Very nice.
And fancy.
erudite.
Erudite
I've never used that word in my life.
until
Well,
now.
until now.
Liar.
Good job.
Now you have it recorded forever.
I know.
Forever.
I know.
All right. So, what inspired you guys to get together and create Dread Coast?
Yeah, I think we've been wanting to do like a local anthology for a while. It's
Mhm.
kind of like out there, but I don't know. We didn't really have a focus. Our chapter actually did an anthology when we first started
Mhm.
back in 2018, called California Screaming, and it was a great experience. It's not an official HWA anthology, but a lot of members, contributed. So we thought it'd be great to do something again. We have a lot of new members.
Mhm.
And then when the wildfires happened in the beginning of the year, often you see people do charity anthologies, and I didn't see one come up for this. So we thought, now's the time. Like we're, San Diego, LA's our neighbor. We have a lot of great authors here. And people really stepped up. We had New York Times bestselling authors, USA Today bestsellers. Lots of authors contributed stories. The stories are really, really great.
Oh,
They're not
fantastic.
even
Amazing. They're absolutely
exaggerating.
amazing.
They're so good.
Some of them I read like this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple, but they're all. I mean, the talent I think that's here is spectacular. I've always been really not shocked, but just amazed at how talented the pool of authors is in San Diego in general.
Yeah.
And that's in every genre. Like the writing community here is just spectacular. And so, yeah, we had been talking about doing something, and this popped up, and like everybody we asked, there was not one single person that said no.
Right.
Everyone was like, yeah, there were a couple, let me think about it, make sure I have got some time for it.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like a flat no. And even then it was, it didn't take long for them to get back to us and say, I'm in,
Mhm.
I'll do it.
Mhm.
And that's also just enriching, just knowing that there are people that want to be able to do something, give back and help. It was a great experience, and yeah, I'm just kind of glad how it all came together.
Yeah, and we talked to Teresa about the idea for No Bad Book Press. So
Yep.
it worked out very well, having a good partnership there.
Yeah. It was fun.
Wow, fabulous. Now, was there anybody that behind the scenes you guys allowed to read the collected anthology before you actually had to go to press?
Only the contributors, and we had a copy editor.
Happy editor. Yeah.
So, but
We
people
bragged
have
about
been
it a
really
lot.
good
Yeah.
feedback.
Oh my God, we bragged. I was like trying. I hate the vague booking thing, but I couldn't help it. I mean, it's great publicity too. Like, these stories are phenomenal. Oh my God.
But it's true.
It was very true. Very true. Yeah, just our copy editor. Once everything was finally put together and kind of ready to go to print, we sent folks out a PDF so they could read and make sure the final edits were good.
And the feedback has been great.
Feedback has been
So.
fantastic. Everybody was really pleased with that, how it looked and how it came out. So no pushback there.
Yeah, I'm like looking behind you guys to see if there's a copy behind you.
I think they're all up at the front.
They're all up at the front.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the cover is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's amazing.
Stunning.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the interior too.
Mhm.
The chapters all start with kind of the smoky
Mm.
page. It's really pretty.
Mm.
Who was the artist for the cover again?
It was Grim Poppy.
That's right.
Yeah, so she does phenomenal horror covers. No AI. She's very clear about that.
Mhm.
But check her out. She's very affordable. She is wonderful to work with. She responds usually within 24 to 48 hours
Wow.
to messages. So kind, so sweet,
Mm.
so open to, can you tweak this just a little bit? Phenomenal.
Got it.
Phenomenal to work with.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
All right. So completely inane. If you were at a dinner party with 4 seats, who would you invite to your table?
Living or dead?
Both.
Both.
That
Definitely
sounds-
Taylor Swift for one.
Taylor
I'd like
Swift.
to talk to Taylor Swift. Yeah, heck yeah.
I'd like,
She's
to,
so
I'd like
successful.
to pick her brain.
Right.
Yeah.
She's so successful. Like,
Okay.
also, I want to see the diamond up.
Yeah, right. What is it? It's like 780 carats or
Should
something
shaped like a
insane.
football or a musical note.
I have to think about who else. She definitely a C for her though.
I'd like to invite Carrie Fisher.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think she'd be. I've read her memoirs. I'm sure. I'm sure they're exaggerated and funned up, as good memoirs are.
As they should be.
Yes, they should be. But she really led a fascinating life.
Mm.
And it would be fun to chat with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny, of the historic people I'm thinking of, like not all of them are like great, like where you'd want to talk to them,
Mhm.
right?
You just wanna
Like
know-
Lovecraft, no, Poe.
Like, yeah, you're kind of a dick.
Poe,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's given the opportunity.
Mhm.
Yes. Like I wouldn't be like, nah, I'm good.
Right. No.
But you only have 4 seats.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Very particular.
Yeah.
I would have Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's a great one.
I would want to just kind of, I just feel like it would be a very chill conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe have a beer, like the beer summit he had.
That
Like
would
during
be
his
fun.
first-
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
Can we add Michelle?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
only have 4
At your
seats.
party.
There you go.
I got-
Our
He's
tables
still
are near
having-
each
I
other.
got 3
Yeah,
seats.
yeah.
Is
I
it-
got your
our
tables.
tables
I
are
was
near
here.
each other.
So if you
Okay,
wanted to
okay.
do like a round
Oh,
table,
we could
I
like
could do
split.
that.
Yeah,
We could do like a speed dating.
You
Yes. I
like,
like that.
boom, I'm done with you. Next.
Well, the challenge though, if it's a table of 4, you got to make sure they're all
There'd
like,
be
okay,
3 tables.
right? You know, like we could get Hemingway in there,
But
and
it
he'll
could
start a
be
fight.
more fun to pick people who
That could
would
be
do it.
interesting.
don't.
That could be fun.
Right?
actually.
You guys
Okay.
are like putting up all these rules
I
about.
know. When did these rules come
I'm
in?
not-
Well, usually,
I was just-
usually the question is if you can have dinner with one person. Who would it be?
No.
So I like the 4.
It'd be
'cause
so
it's this
awkward too.
dynamic-
Like who's picking the check up? And
It would be the check
so
times. You
that's
just
right.
sit there and stare at it.
No, so we go like, oh, I have to use the bathroom.
Right.
And like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how you do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Mm,
Denzel Washington would
okay.
be my second one because I've seen a lot of interviews with him lately, and he's kind of growing into that elder statesman who gives you a lot of really good quotes and information, but he challenges you too. Like he won't let you sit there and BS him.
Mhm.
I feel like that would be a fascinating conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be good.
I think I'm gonna change mine. I'm just gonna do all.
You only did
see how
one.
it goes. Right. I got a
The
Bud
hell?
Taylor. No.
You have
Okay,
3.
I got it. Hemingway, Mary Shelley,
Oh,
Anne
Mary
Rice,
Shelley.
Anne Rice
Nice.
for 3 because I want to
Ooh,
get their
Anne
writing
Rice.
tips. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay.
And see how they interact.
Okay.
And then for my 4th one, I don't know what was Stoker like. Was he cool? Do we know?
Probably not.
Feel like
Probably not. Yeah, think about it.
I mean,
Depression.
not that depression is bad. You can't have a conversation with somebody,
Right.
but
Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as Lovecraft. Right?
I wouldn't.
Mhm.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
No, I don't think Lovecraft would even come to my house.
Probably not. I mean, just to be same with Poe. Poe probably would not
No.
in
Which
reality.
one was sick? I feel like you wouldn't want Poe near you.
I don't
if
think there
he's,
was, like,
has
a-
consumption
I think
or
they all
something.
were sick.
Yeah, in some
Okay.
different
Did we
way.
know their health status when they're into this party?
So analytical. Oh my god. They
Where did
died.
we
Instead of
So
coming
much-
in,
I'm
in their,
assuming-
they're coming in their prime.
Table,
In their
a
prime.
square table.
I
What
see
did
the
the chairs
circle,
look like?
actually.
I'm like, well, they died, so that means they were not of good health.
Right,
So
but
therefore-
we're getting them at their prime potentially. right?
Okay, well,
Not as
yeah.
a zombie, or as a
However you
ghost.
want.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. You
Okay.
can you can have when they're 5 years old.
Yeah.
Then
You
you,
can
know they
influence.
don't
That would
have
be
consumption.
interesting.
Mhm.
Well, no, it's not time travel.
Or maybe 10 years
That's
old.
true. We
Well,
should
actually, we
add,
don't
we
know
should
if
add
it's
some time
travel.
travel in there
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Listen, we're always
So many-
plotting
Yeah,
stories.
much
So many
cheaper than
rules.
I anticipated.
Okay. All right. Barack, Denzel, Charlize Theron because I'm madly in love with her.
I did know that
That's
about
fair.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And
On multiple levels.
I mean, come on. And then I'm thinking Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Ooh,
That is a good one.
Nice. I need to have him come over. To my
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
swap
yeah.
out.
Okay.
Blink.
We'll swap out.
Yeah, I keep coming. It's not a writer, but Jeff Goldblum. Like if we're
It
going,
doesn't have to be a writer. It
fun.
can be whatever you want.
No, I was trying to be thematic, but
Meh.
it's fine.
Yeah.
He can have his own.
I'm learning so much about you.
I know.
The more people you have, the more robust.
Exactly. The more fascinating
might
the
break out in
engagement.
song,
And then we did this,
like
It
he's
could
very
totally happen.
You get more authors, they're going to start arguing over the Oxford comma and
Like who gives the?
M dashes and
Yeah.
all these.
I'm like,
things.
do whatever
We'll
you
have
want,
to-
just be
that's fair.
consistent.
Yeah. We'll have to have that
I do.
conversation about M dashes and whether or not it's AI.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't explain that to Hemingway.
So I'm working on my,
Oh,
my
hell
fourth
no.
book now, and I'm my last book, my editor told me to start using M dashes. I used too many commas, and now I'm using M dash. I'm like, well, they're not going to think it's me.
Well, that might be
It's a
true.
dilemma.
Semicolons.
Yeah.
But then you semicolons you have to use so minimally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels more like a term paper when you use semicolons.
I know.
That's
so
true.
now then start using ellipses.
I do that
Oh,
too.
interesting.
Wow, this
Sometimes
became
too
a whole
much.
nother
I know.
conversation.
I do that.
We're asking our own questions now.
Oh,
Fabulous.
wait. Okay, we're
She has to
returning to the
finish
question.
hers.
Okay.
Yes.
So Carrie Fisher, Michelle Obama.
Mhm.
I will grab Taylor Swift for you.
Okay.
We can share.
Thanks.
I would love to have a conversation with Queen Elizabeth the first.
Ooh.
Or second, either one.
Nice.
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever's available.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna, because we're already like, I can't believe it, a half hour in. I'm gonna go to the next inning question. So, what is your drug of choice?
Ooh, Advil.
Yes, Advil.
Love it. Love it. For real. Advil is a lifesaver.
There
especially
it
in
is.
your
So
40s.
excited. You're like, ooh.
Right?
It's a brilliant drug. Like in your 40s, oh my God. It's a lifesaver. If I have to go to a party, Advil.
Okay.
Family, Advil.
I almost texted you to ask if you had any because my back is
Oh
killing
my
me.
gosh.
So yes, yeah.
Wow, that just went somewhere.
That's interesting.
Why don't you just look at your hat?
I mean, listen. It's funny you mentioned L.J. Smith earlier because she wrote Vampire Diaries. It became this great series. It's because of that series that I started drinking bourbon because
Oh, did not know that.
Now I do
Stefan
bourbon.
and Damon
It's completely
were
your fault.
they would drink it to kind of stave off the hunger for bloodlust. Like that's
What?
weird. And then they would start drinking it just because it was Tuesday. And I'm like,
I'm
oh,
down.
I wonder if I should get into that. And so it was like 2017. I started finally dabbling in it, and now I inadvertently branded myself as
The bourbon guy.
the bourbon guy.
And what's your favorite?
I was gonna go
Or
there next. Yeah.
recommendation?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you wanna splurge, you get that check coming, a little bonus money, maybe work some overtime. I would definitely get the Blanton's bourbon. It's about $200 a bottle.
Dear God.
If you got a hookup though, a connect, if you will,
Mhm.
you can probably get it for about $100. But it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Nice.
You've been drinking Writer's Tears.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
so-
been meaning
Social
to
media.
try that one.
Yeah, Writer's Tears is the Irish whiskey, which is quite delicious. I bought that because of the name.
Mhm.
Always.
And then I had a bottle and I didn't open it for a long time. And I said I wouldn't open it until I had something significant happen in my writing career.
Mhm.
This is before I was published. And so when I signed my contract for my first book, I finally opened it up. And now I drink it when I celebrate something big
Got it.
or just celebrate something. I wrote this comma. Ooh, it's time for a drink.
I will go with gin. I love gin. I
I'm
love
so
Hendrick's gin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, just a heads up because I know you have to set up for the 2:00.
Yes.
It is 1:30.
Okay.
I don't know if you
I
want
could do 5-10 more minutes.
Okay. All right. Cool. So what is the book that is your guilty pleasure?
Just one?
Or it could even be like a genre. Like I know for some writers, like their guilty pleasure genre is like romance or like
Romances.
YA, whatever. I don't know. But
YA dog romance.
Oh.
ooh, how fun would that be? Wait a minute. The
Man.
dog part just threw me off.
Yeah. that
Well,
I
there'll
have
be
a
two
little-
dogs.
Oh,
not
okay.
Like people
But
and
it
dogs.
can't
Like,
wait. So no.
This went weird.
How did it go? It did. How did dogs have a YA?
there'll be young dogs.
Is this an actual genre?
Uh,
Or
it
you
could
made
He
be.
just made it up.
Listen,
If you wanted
everything
to
has
be.
the potential to be a genre.
That's true. Yeah, we could all totally make it up.
I think mine is probably paranormal romance.
I can see that,
I
yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I started reading.
We took the dog part out. That made it
Yeah.
much better.
No dogs. I started reading the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward a long time ago. And I loved it, and I was reading it on my Kindle. And so I went to the bookstore. I'm like, I'm going to get a book this time and read the book. And I walked in, and I could not find it.
Okay.
And then I kept walking, and I walked past the romance section, and there it was. I'm like, oh,
You're like,
this is romance?
And you're like, oh, that couple.
that's
oh,
why they were nookinating.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
now
say
I
that word again.
understand.
Say
And
that
so
word again.
instead of
Looking
picking
at
the book up, I went and bought it on my Kindle again because I didn't want to be seen picking a book up out of the romance.
With people nookinating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, paranormal romances.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't. Trying to think the last like guilty pleasure one. I was gifted 50 Shades of Grey for my honeymoon, and I read it because I was curious what the fuss was. And I was like surprised. My expectations were low. Obviously, it's not like super well written, but it kind of hooks you. So yeah, that was fine. I read the second one and then stopped. It was kind of I don't know. Nah. But the first one, I don't know. I still have it somewhere. So it's interesting the trend it created.
Yeah, I think so. My guilty pleasure, I love J.D. Robb, and that's Nora Roberts, and that's her police procedural. It is super formulaic. You know exactly what's going to happen. I can pick the killer out
Like immediately.
Yeah, immediately. But I enjoy the cadence of it.
Mhm.
It's to me, it's very soothing, especially when I'm very stressed out. Just to take a new book that's going to be the exact same and it's interchangeable with other ones, but it's just soothing.
It's got a
You
nice
know?
rhythm.
It does,
Mm.
yeah, and it's interesting. It'll keep me entertained enough,
Yeah.
and then when I'm not stressed out, I'm good.
Okay. If you could ask for one thing to change the world, what would it be?
A lot of
Just
people
one.
are asking for one thing right now.
I think I have an answer, but okay, I got to move past that answer.
Uh-oh.
I-
That means you need to say it now.
You know, I used to say it's going to take like an alien invasion for us to all come together. So I would, you know, maybe that.
Okay,
But that's the writer brain in me.
but the pandemic didn't.
It
But
wasn't
maybe
invasion enough.
Maybe.
We need
That's very hopeful of you.
flying saucers. And
We'll come together.
I'm down
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
gin.
But you
Or
know,
bourbon.
you'll have some cults around the aliens. You'll have
well, yeah.
people denying the aliens. You'll have all kinds
We'll
of
be inviting for dinner parties. I know.
people deciding they're going to marry an alien, and
Yeah.
they're sending
Totally.
love letters into space.
I don't think it'd be that unifying unless the alien was like Borg-like, right, and just connected us. But on, like,
Just
social
similar.
media, like in a positive way.
Or they came in and they wiped out a lot. I think if they came in and they wiped out a lot a people immediately,
Mhm.
then
You're right.
then
Like,
we would unite.
species
Mars
survival.
attacks.
We would. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Maybe it takes
Mhm.
a little Mars attacks. Maybe we need to write timber.
Oh, he'd be fun at a dinner party.
Well, maybe. Actually, I was going to say yes, but there were some things
Oh,
with him that
yeah,
came up, I
no.
think.
Yeah.
I would say resources to be fairly balanced. I
Mm.
think would be super helpful,
Equity.
Oh,
right?
Equity?
Like people
I like
shouldn't
that.
be
Oh.
starving.
That's a great
You know what I
answer.
mean?
Yeah, that's a
Like,
great
We
answer.
shouldn't
That
be
is a great
struggling.
answer.
Period.
Okay.
I'm going to say ditto.
I like Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto works.
Yeah, great answer.
If you could write yourself into a novel, would you be the hero or the villain, and why?
Please be
Definitely
a
the
villain. Can I please be a villain?
The villain would be so much more fun. You have
well,
the power, you don't have the
Right.
strings. Just do
Yeah.
whatever.
That's why we like writing the villain so much. I wanted to be a hero all my life, so I would probably be a hero, but I would probably try to befriend the villain.
okay.
Like
That's
I want
nice.
to understand it. Like you do you.
Well, as the hero, you have to fight the villain.
Yeah.
You can't really.
Well,
I mean,
you can write it however you want.
Right. Exactly. Because it's a little two-dimensional to have them be completely
Mhm.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
I remember that scene in The Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and they were sitting across from each other having a drink, and they were like, they know each other. They know Pacino's the cop, De Niro's the bad guy, and they're sitting there just talking back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would, if I was the hero in a story, that's the kind of villain I would want. So kind of be against someone that I know, that we know each other. We can kind of have a civil conversation, but we know that we are adversaries.
That's fair.
So yeah,
Okay.
probably something like
Do you want to say hi on our podcast
Yeah.
recording?
You can.
just pop your head
One of
in,
our authors
like,
just
pop-
came in the back.
Hello.
that. Yeah, stick
Sorry for interrupting.
Stick your head in.
there you
There
go.
you are.
Perfect.
Stick great Peter Klein's here.
I'll be quiet now.
Actually, even better, like jump in because we're almost done. And the last, is there anything? Well, you have your choice of questions. Is there anything that you would want to leave people with, or do you want to do 2 truths and a lie?
I'll do 2 truths and a lie. That's always fun.
And now you have to
yours
actually
already.
participate. Sorry.
That would be very 2 truths and I is dangerous for me.
Right?
Game on. All right. And a lie. All right. Who's first?
I'll go.
If you have them, I got to think
All
about
right.
it.
No way.
Yeah, I'll give you guys some time. 2 truths and a lie.
Your name is Booker. No?
My middle initial, which is K, stands for Kevin.
Mhm.
I am a former private investigator. And when I was 5, 6 years old, I wanted to be a stuntman when I was a grown up.
They all sound true.
Right, I'm a writer. That's what I do.
Uh,
I know
I
one
think
of
I know
them,
which one
which
it
is
is.
true.
yeah.
I
Which
don't know
one?
which one's a lie. The private investigator.
Yeah, the PI I knew
yeah.
is true.
I think.
So does that mean your middle
person is
name's
true.
not Kevin?
I don't.
That
Your
would be my
That would be
guess.
my guess is the lie too.
That is the lie. My middle name is not Kevin.
Woo!
Are you going to
Game
share what it
on!
is, or just use
No.
it?
Keep it.
You're gonna have
Next time you're in this.
That'll be for the
Fine.
next novel that comes out.
You know everyone's gonna like Google it now.
It's not even
Googleable?
no, I've
Googleable?
never written it out. It's on my driver's license, but
Oh, okay.
that's about it. You had to mug me to find out. I'll call my mother.
All right. Well, you just dared us, so game on. All right. Who wants to go next?
All right. Okay.
And you die in the 3rd horror movie? How cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Chimpanzees remember me.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's funky.
Sounds like a pitch.
I was
Right?
a stand-in villain in a sci-fi movie once,
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
and I was one of the first kids at space camp.
Oh my God, they're
Sorry.
all fabulous.
I'm going with either 1 or 3. But I feel like the
3.
chimpanzee is too weird to not be true.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
where
but-
my brain went.
When did space camp start?
What's space camp like?
How old are you?
I'm going with space camp.
Yeah,
I think that's the lie.
I think I'll go with space camp too.
Space camp is not a lie.
Oh,
Wow.
It was actually one of the. I went to the 2nd year of space camp.
Wow. Okay. So which one's the?
I was actually the stand-in villain in a horror movie.
Oh,
not a sign.
oh,
That's what you got me.
Yeah,
See?
See?
You got
Yeah.
it.
If
So
you ever see the
smart.
movie Psycho Beach Party?
Yes.
Every time you see the killer from here down, it's me. All the stuff when it's just like a black leather coat and gloves.
That's awesome.
That's me all through the movie because they didn't want to bring in the actual actor,
Mhm.
and we were like within 2 or 3 inches of the same.
Got to
height.
put that
Oh.
in that Peter Klein's trivia book.
It's actually on IMDb.
Oh my God.
I'm the standing killer.
I
That is
love
so
it.
cool.
Now, like, you need to have that in like your resume. Like,
It was for a while.
Could be the title of a book.
it could be
Oh, or
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
me from the
Stand-in
chest up.
killer.
Yeah, the stand-in killer. Yeah, totally. Okay.
Nice. Okay. I have a brown belt in karate.
Okay.
I have a book of poetry published under a pseudonym.
Okay.
I once had a pet ferret.
What's a
that's
set
right.
of pet ferret?
Pet ferret.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going with the brown belt.
I'm going
Yeah.
with, yeah.
Yeah, that was mine.
I would
as
say
well.
I
black
have a
belt.
brown belt.
You
I
do,
was gonna go with
bastard.
poetry.
Are you fancy?
Poetry. You're
Oh,
right. I still
wow. Okay.
That's very cool. All right, let's see here. I have twin boys that are 24 years old.
Wow. So
Thank
you were 5 when they were born.
Thank you. That's very kind.
But the doggy romance is bad.
yeah. Let's see here. I
Because like just mentally keep seeing dogs. Anyway,
And it can be wholesome.
okay.
hopefully. I was once in a commercial for an acne cleanser, and my uncle landed a gyrocopter on the Capitol lawn.
That
Ooh,
sounds
those
exciting.
are good
Wow.
and very specific.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's that because he probably landed it on a different lawn.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with the commercial.
me too.
Yeah, the commercial. That was my life. My
Wow.
uncle did land a gyrocopter
That's
on the White House
awesome.
lawn.
Wow.
It's made the news.
I thought I remember actually hearing about something like that.
They
Yeah.
actually changed airspace, like security around the White House because of
Oh,
him.
wow.
That's fantastic.
Wow. No, that
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which administration?
It was it was
Or right here.
it had to be Obama. It was Obama.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a mailman, and he was delivering letters to Congress,
Mhm.
basically saying, we need reform. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Fabulous.
Yep.
Well, with that, I want to thank you guys. This has been an absolute blast. If you are watching, you need to get your heinies here. We are at Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore in San Diego.
15 minutes.
In
Calm
15
down.
minutes, we will be doing our fabulous kickoff for Dread Coast. So don't miss it. See you
ya.
guys.